The Burn segment tonight. Let's get right to the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, who joins us from North Carolina. So I was surprised that foreign policy questions were scant, S-E-A-N-T, in the CN
You're
debate.
right.
Were you surprised?
I'm not sure if I was surprised, but you're right in your analysis. Look, do you know how conservatives who are critics of the media are always complaining that they want the moderator to ask questions that Republican primary voters want asked? Well, that's what Anderson Cooper did, just on the other side. He asked the kind of questions that liberal Democratic primary voters want asked. And that's why almost all of the questions were about liberal domestic policy. And you ready for this? 19% of the time spent last night was on foreign policy. Let me give you three very quick examples. We heard a lot about climate change last night, but much less about ISIS or about the Iraq nuclear deal or about
the Iran nuclear deal.
The Iran nuclear deal, thank you. The Iran nuclear deal, or about the mess in Syria. If Vladimir Putin was watching last night, you know he has to be rooting for a Democratic victory next year.
But let me stop you there, because I just want to add a little perspective here. Neither Clinton nor Sanders, and you correct me if you have a different particular, want any part of those questions. They don't want any part of them.
Exactly.
Good.
I totally agree with that.
Good. Go ahead.
But a journalist has a different obligation from the candidates.
That's right.
Right. Okay. There was lots and lots of talk about income inequality. Not a peep from the candidates or from Anderson Cooper about how dysfunctional behavior leads to poverty, which contributes to income inequality, because liberals, whether they're liberal candidates or liberal journalists, don't like to talk about dysfunctional behavior.
No judgments.
No judgment, like 15-year-old girls having babies.
You bet.
And finally, there was lots and lots of talk about big government and free, I'm putting the word in quotation marks, free stuff. I'm listening to the debate and I'm thinking, these people, these candidates, make the Occupy Wall Street crowd look like a bunch of right-wing nuts. And the audience didn't want to hear about Benghazi. They didn't want to hear about it. That's why only 19% of the questions, or of the time rather, was spent on foreign policy.
That's right. And I just thought she's the former Secretary of State for, oh my God. And by the way,
like I say, journalists have different obligations than political
candidates. And I don't know why Cooper didn't do it. I mean, I can't tell you. Now, by the way, on the free stuff front, you're not getting any free stuff. Okay? So I'm not getting any free stuff.
We're not getting any, but all this free stuff. By the way, a moderator might say, Mr. Sanders, Bernie Sanders, that isn't free college education. Somebody's paying for it.
Somebody got to pay for it.
Unless the professors are working for free and the janitors are working for free.
If I were in moderating that debate last night, I would have handed Bernie Sanders a brochure to Venezuela. Okay? I say, you like socialism, Bernie? Here. I know it's not too close to Vermont, but you can get a plane down there. Go see how it's working out.
I was wondering if his middle name was Che.
He's got a big poster, Bernie. Got a big Che poster. All right? It's a billionaires.
I know.
Real quick. Do you notice a change in Trump's demeanor tonight? I mean, much calmer guy.
I did. And you know what I'm thinking? I mean, first of all, I know Donald Trump. He's a nice person. I think he's acted not very well I think he's much too thin-skinned and much too mean-spirited against people who say things about him. But after watching the debate last night, I'm starting to like Donald Trump. and I'm also thinking that when he behaves the way he's been behaving recently, his poll numbers would be even higher.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
If he had done that from the jump.
And we got to get a Hillary-Trump debate, even if he doesn't get the nomination.
That's pay-per-view. That's pay-per-view.
There you go.
No question about that.
Bernie Goldberg, everybody. Plenty more ahead as the factor moves along.